Hey, Bucks here. So we got Team of the Week tomorrow. This is Market Monday, so we're gonna talk about a little bit about how people are making coins right now over the weekend, what we did then, and coming promos and stuff like that. What we can look forward to in November. So D Ford himself is a Team of the Week. 87 speed, 94 finesse, 89 block shed. Now, I kind of like finesse better this year than power move. I don't know why, but it feels like they get a little bit better pressure. My Kevin Green was insane for a long time. Now that, a lot of cards have kind of caught up to him and passed him, he's no longer as crazy as he was. Like, this D Ford's got better finesse move. I think same speed. Does he have one more? It might be same speed. I don't know. Regardless, D Ford looks like a very, very top-end card. What did he do to get this card? 5 tackles, 3 sacks, 2 forced fumbles. You know what? Overall, looks pretty solid, right? Doesn't really push the meta ahead, but is definitely something that looks nice for the teams. I think 94 finesse might be the most in the game, so he's definitely going to get some pressure for you, as much as there is in Madden 22. And there's not a ton of pressure. I think if you use chems, I think double or nothing works nicely. Speedster worked well for me, but I can't really confirm how much better it is. I haven't gone out and tested them, so sad, lazy fox, not testing chemistries and how much. But those are just my feelings on them. Other ones are more mixed. But anyways, Reggie Wayne here, 92 speed. He gets all the route running. He is a route runner archetype, which is the best archetype in my opinion for that route running the abilities, right? The route tech is the best route running ability in the game because it's only 2 AP and it cuts all of the routes incredibly well. So he looks good. Right? I think good is a good word for him. If you have a Colts theme team, obviously you love him. This is your best day ever. But for the rest of us, I don't know. Is he better than what we got over Most Feared? No. But does he need to be? No. Just Reggie Wayne helps out different theme teams. John Abraham, 92 finesse, 88 block shed, but is faster than D. So it really depends on what you're looking for. 88 strength. Depends on how much you believe in strength. That's only 2. They'll play pretty similarly. Abraham better for chasing down mobile quarterbacks, but lacking 2 finesse move. Good for Jets, Atlanta, and maybe one more. I don't know why. I think there's one more. Maybe, I guess I can look that up. Let me go and take a look at John Abraham stats. Pro Football. He also got Arizona, Jets, Atlanta, and Arizona. There was one more right at the end of the career. That's a long career. But anyways, those are your past players. Your current day 93 overall is Adrian Phillips. New England cares about him. He's slow. I mean, he's a lot like who did we get last week that was slow? I feel like there was a safety too, or was it a wide receiver? Or was it? Let me go down and check. Let me go back and check at who's last week's team of the week. Dang, a lot of content they came out with. This is a long scroll. All right, here we go. We had Kyle Pitts was nice last week. Yeah, Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp also slow, 90 speed. 90 speed right now is slow for the game. So back-to-back weeks, awful. Okay, now let's go into the Market Monday portion of this video. Let's talk about limiteds, right? I made that tweet last night. You guys probably saw from the video this morning. I talked about it a little there, but it's never a bad idea, like I said, to grab cards at a limited times. Now, Marshawn Lynch is holding about 160, so he's up 30K. You can either cash your coins in now and take your profit, or you can hold on longer. I don't know. It is what it is, right? Marshawn Lynch, 162. You could get a guy for 120 to 130. So he's up. The other one that we saw was Marcus Mariota, right? In packs for one day. It's interesting to see, how much effect on the market did that tweet have? No clue, because Mariota's up. I saw him 176. This 69 just got posted, 76. When I checked right before this video, it was 190-ish, right? And then it looks like all these things just got posted within the last few minutes. Everybody just undercut themselves on Mariota's. But anyways, he was selling about 190 to 194 right before this video. So did my tweet make more people buy Marshawn to invest in now they're listing today, whereas not as many people bought in this Marcus Mariota, so his price is slightly higher? Or it just could be random market fluctuations and at the time of the day, one goes higher than the other. It'll be interesting to see that. I think Marshawn's got more value going forward, seeing as he's a fullback at every single theme team. But I guess that'll be interesting to see how much effect do tweets have on the market for investments, for limited time cards. But there you go. That's something I want to watch going forward over the next week or two for those cards. I don't know how long until they get Redux. When the next Redux is gonna happen? Like 3 weeks? We just got one a few weeks ago. No, like a week ago we got it. We'll see when the next Redux is happening, and those two will probably be in that Redux. So, how people are making coins. Obviously, people are doing objectives, but like if I sit here and I do a video on anything outside of like the first video where I'm like, all right, you can get your free cards by doing objectives because I'm breaking down the promo, I feel like I'm stealing your time, right? When I'm like, oh, make coins now, do most feared objectives. I don't know, I just feel like I'm cheating you guys, but definitely keep looking at your most feared objectives to make coins and value for your team. Gap pack. Am I wasting your time reiterating the gap pack method over and over? Buy or get a player packs, especially for guys that are like new to the game. Get a player packs. You only need like what, 10,000 coins to buy 20 of those and just list all 20 up on the block. And you'll generally almost 100% of the time profit. I don't want to say 100% of the time. Don't listen to anything anybody says on the internet, but gap pack method still super relevant. I will say arbitrage going strong. I don't know how good arbitrage is at the moment because we're seeing like low end cards come down in price quite a bit to meet up. And this has happened for a little bit, right? The 81s, the most feared, those are now like 4K. So if you're buying it at under 20, hopefully even lower than that, if you're buying at like the rates I'm showing on the spreadsheet, because these spreadsheets are unfiltered results, you're making a mistake. You got to buy under the results I have to really get a good profit on this stuff. But basically, the arbitrage method. I know DW Drummer on PC was buying 91s for like 108, he said. He was buying 91s at, and then just rolling most feared 90s, right? And then they're selling those things at almost the same price, and then using the leftover trading, which would be like 1,500 of it, because the roll is 5,500. 1,500 of it to roll other things. So like PC market, I really don't pay a lot of attention to PC, and I apologize for that. I know they have a really bad solo battle issue right now. It's on the EA forums. I can bring it up for you guys if you want. I know somebody asked me to speak on this. I don't really pay much attention to PC. I don't think EA does either. So I just don't think if you get the game on PC and you're playing MUT, you're not gonna have a good time. And I apologize. But it's tough. I know EA's, people are basically here. I'll show you the thing from the EA forums. I don't know why he gave me the last page in his link. But it's basically EA, like people are playing 18 games of solo battles every week on PC, right? And then they're getting like the best rewards. It sucks for the people that are legitimately playing solo battles on PC. But EA, like there's like disconnect glitches on PC. I know FIFA team doesn't care about PC either. I will never recommend Madden on PC. Madden on PC is still there because of the mad genius Rex Dixon told his staff to make it for PC a few years back before he was like, oh, no. So they just like continue to do it, but I do feel like it's a thorn in the backside of EA. But for some reason they do it like they put out Stadia versions of this game too. I don't know. Hopefully EA can look at that and patch PC solo battles for those that are having those issues, because that just sucks to play that edition of the game. Realize that you're being overlooked, and I understand like you kind of like the redheaded bastard stepchild of the community. And then EA just like doesn't care at all for weeks about your solo battles, because I know a lot of people care about solos. I myself am not one of them, but then a large portion of the community do. So a large portion of the PC community care about that kind of stuff too. So with that said, with how people are arbitraging their way still through those methods, right? You could take a look at these other things for like, hey, are heavyweights expensive? Generally not. They're not too arbitrageable. 89 plus, there is a potential that the 88, 89, like there's a potential that these things are profitable, but the prices vary so much that I'm not going to do the math, because if I do it one day and then I talk about it, boom, it's not profitable anymore because I mentioned it on the channel for these methods, right? So it's not a bad idea to go ahead and test them out a little bit yourself to just do the mental math, right? So with that said, what's on its way, right? What are the coming promos? Season changeover. It's soon, right? I would expect. Now, you know what they say about expecting assuming, right? It makes a expected two out of you and me. Nailed it. Just like I'm gonna nail this ad placement. Rock Bottom Coins is the #1 place to get your Madden coins. If you make coins for my videos, sell them to Rock Bottom. If you're buying, use my code GUTBOX for 10% off. So anyways, Series 3 came last year like November 6th. This week, maybe next week, I don't know. It's been about 90 days since the game launched, a little bit shy of it, we'll say. But they said around 90 days for the series changeover. And we could kind of expect, like, obviously, like, Reduxes, they just randomly Redux now. We don't really get Redux with series changeovers. I wouldn't expect it. Trophies they took out of the game to hurt head-to-head grinding. But team affinities and levels, right? Team affinities and levels could very well be on their way. New team builders would be like the team affinities, etc. You know what I'm saying? And that could be kind of a big deal, right? A new card for every team, and like 4 for the Raiders theme team, of course. But a new card for every team is always a fun day, right? The increasing of Mutt Master, maybe Cam gets an upgrade. Last year we got all these team builders. The Deontay got one for the Steelers. You know, the only relevant theme team, America's theme team, would be the Steelers. The Redux we can't really worry about too much. Sets. We might get more of like the exchange sets. How are the exchange? I haven't really looked at the exchange sets in a hot minute. They've been keeping up with them for a little bit. Like they haven't waited for like the series changeover to up the exchange set. They've kind of just done them random, like pseudo series changeover Fridays at times. Player exchange is the one I'm talking about. So scrolling on down, so they got up to 89 to 90 overall elite exchange. I mean, if they do 91, 92, that's closing in on the top end of our card market right now. I mean, we're getting like 94s, 93s right now. So I guess 91, 92s wouldn't be terrible. They're still a little expensive, still some of those out there. Of course, they'll talk about this before they end up putting in the game, so we'll know, we'll have a little bit of heads up. But by that time, obviously, the market's adjusted because everybody knows about, when the market knows about information, the market kind of adjusts to it pretty well. So anyways, I would expect over the coming couple weeks to get a series changeover. And with that, too, would be like Autumn Blast, aka the Thanksgiving promo. I don't know why they don't just call it Thanksgiving or Christmas promo anymore. They don't want to make people feel bad, but I mean, isn't that what life's about? That was a dumb fucking statement. But anyways, Autumn Blast promo overview. I guess people hate Thanksgiving, so call it Autumn Blast. I hate getting blasted too, right? In autumn, I hate that also. It's the war on Thanksgiving. EA started it. We're here to finish it. Anyways, we got Tony Romo last year. Harrison Smith is limited. Oh, he was awful. 88 speed. Harrison Smith is a limited card last year. Yeah, even for last year, that was bad. But like generally, like I will recall with the Thanksgiving promos, they always come out and they always start a little underwhelming, right? We had the Autumn All-Stars. Look at like the Thanksgiving cards to upgrade of how well they do on their Thanksgiving Day games. I would assume this is where Dak gets a card. Like in the next coming weeks, I think Dak's definitely getting a new card, right? There's no reason for him to stay so low overall. If he stays healthy, he's in the MVP conversation. But yeah, a lot of sets. Granny's recipe book we had last year to get an Autumn Ace. Challenges, of course, milestone rewards. So expect a lot of what we have had. A lot of similar things. We haven't got any alternate currencies yet this year. Last year, Fall and Lace. Last year, we also had a Halloween treat currency too. So I don't know if they're going away from currencies or they just haven't introduced them yet. But last year they did have the Autumn Ace. So like I don't expect that like training really played a pretty pivotal role in Most Feared, and it was awesome. I love being able to use old content to quick sell it and generate stuff for the new content. That's awesome. But whenever they bring in like alternate currencies, it basically renders all that training, all that old stuff stupid. And it crashes the market because, you know, you can't roll the old stuff for the new stuff. So it has that kind of like everlasting effect on our cards, and it just destroys our binders a lot of times. Now, we know with that, shortly after the Thanksgiving promo, right? The night of Thanksgiving is when we get the Blitz promo. And that's truly when the market gets absolutely crushed harder than Stanley's wife underneath him. Nailed it. But that's a few weeks away still, so we'll stay on the Thanksgiving. That's kind of it for Thanksgiving promo. It's a lot of like, you know, Fallen Leaves rewards for house rules or anything like that. This was the milestone reward for everything, leaves that you can roll into cards and stuff. And really, that's kind of it, right? It's promo season. It's the best season of MUT. These next few months, from Most Feared until the Super Bowl, prime MUT season, and boy is it exciting. Get ready to grind. Whether you enjoy it or not, you're getting on the pole and you're grinding. You better get up there and earn daddy some money. So, reviewing team of the week. Wait, that's not the team of the week I wanted to review. That was last week's. That's ugly team of the week. This is new sexy team of the week. Adrian Phillips. I don't know. Is TJ Watt going to get a +1? Myles Garrett could easily get another +1 too. D Ford, Reggie Wayne, John Abraham. Because like those are the guys that took over the game, it felt like. But that's team of the week. Hope you guys like the video. Please thumbs up. Hope you guys are making your money, your coins still. With all the most feared stuff, we've gone over a lot of things we've used and done. So there's not too many like groundbreaking, revelatory coin making systems that we haven't been using, that we haven't talked about in streams. Streams this week was insane. We were pulling like 2,100. Drops really helped. 21 to, I don't know what we peaked at, but that's just like kind of what we stayed around. So it was awesome. It was a fun time. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please like. Please subscribe. It's free here on YouTube. Really helps out the channel. We're shooting for 100K this year. We're going to make it, boys. We're all going to make it. See you tomorrow.